All right, this is the very first India Talk interview. I have one of my babies over, and evidently this is got the talking in the background, just like the Scorpion show. Can't get people to be quiet on the set, even though we are up in here trying to do an interview. But they having a whole separate conversation over there. So we might have to eavesdrop on them if they don't shut up and find out what they talk about.
So that we can bring it in.
That's right. So we're trying to bring it together here. Okay, this is my special guest. What do you want to tell them your name is?
I'm T.
This is T. And she is my baby that comes over here from time to time and try to blow me out the water with these controversial, shock the Mama Lisa questions, but I don't get shocked very easily. Y'all know that. Y'all know I don't shock. I don't shock so easily, and when I shock, I keep it real. I let you know I'm shocked, and if I don't have an answer, I let you know I don't have an answer. But we have some random questions that I'm going to ask. I really wanted to do this interview with Joaquin today because he had some interest in meeting with T as well, but we'll set up a second interview after the airing of this one. So here we go, India Talks, private interview with T. Take one.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I have 5 questions, and I'm going to let her choose her own fate, and I'm going to allow her to pick 1 through 5, which one she wants to answer first. So here we go. 1 through 5, which one do you want first?
I'm going to start with 4.
Okay. 4E is let me find it.
Question number 4.
Ha ha ha. The Adam and Eve question.
Okay.
Do we, or do you believe that Adam and Eve were the only 2 people to populate the world as far as it's everybody in the world, my brother and my sister?
Okay. Do I believe that Adam and Eve were the first? Yes. Do I believe that they were the only? No. Now, why do I believe that they were not the only? Well, one of the reasons why I believe that they're not the only ones is because after Adam was created and then Eve was fashioned out of his rib, and they had their first sin, and then they had their children, Cain and Abel, and after Cain slew Abel, Cain was then told that he had to go, and he was going to have a mark on his head that was going to be the mark of his sin, that everybody would see him and they would know he had done something terrible. I don't remember what the mark was, but it was a mark on his head. We can look that up. But his response to God was, if you do that, surely they will kill me. Right. Who's the they? They are either his brothers and sisters or the ones that are over the hill, over yonder, where he was getting ready to go wander to. So my personal belief is that God created Adam and Eve, and he created others. He may have created Adam and Eve first, I believe, because that's the way the Bible states it. But I think I told you before, the Bible is put together for a particular purpose, which is to document the genealogy of Christ. Or to document, if you're just Jewish and you don't believe in the New Testament, it is to document the Old Testament and everything that happened then. So just like any autobiography or any biography of sorts is going to have a main character, there are going to be characters that are associated with that main character that are included in that particular body of work. But there are also characters that still exist in the world that may never be mentioned in that particular book. Okay.
So they were like the ones that were in the spotlight.
Right. Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel and on up through Abraham, on down through David, on up through Jacob, Isaac, and all the way through. Those were the main characters. There were still more characters around, but they were just not the main characters. So for us to say that they didn't exist, I don't think is very... It's not really, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So to me, it just makes more sense that there were others created, but that because the focus of the Bible is on those two, that's who they spoke about.
Great. Cleared up something for me. Let me mark that one out.
Okay, so I guess I passed that one.
She passed that one with flying colors.
Y'all check me if there's anything wrong with my facts and you have some way to substantiate that. I do want you to respond back to me because this is about growth and learning. So we're going to do that together.
That's right. Alrighty, we have 1, 2, 3, and 5 left. Which one do you want?
2.
2. Haha. Do you believe that a gay couple, be it 2 men or 2 females, can raise a healthy child?
Absolutely. I believe that raising children is not about the sex of the parents or parent or whoever brings them up, because I think, like I've said before, my sexuality and your sexuality is important to only one person, depending if you're whether or not you're in a monogamous relationship. But specifically, my sexuality is relevant only to my husband, because ain't none of y'all partaking of it. So whoever I'm sleeping with is my business, and whoever you sleeping with is your business. Exactly. So keep your business to your business in your own business. Now, as far as raising the kids, love is the key factor for raising healthy, well-balanced, and nurtured children. That has been proven time and time again, and society has only become more open to it because there's so many throwaway children now that nobody wants. These children that are being born either deformed or with AIDS or with everything else that regular upstanding people don't want, that they're saying, well, these crazy gay people, and you know that I'm saying that with a pun intended. I'm not saying that because I think the gay people are crazy. Don't even take it like that.
I'm not crazy.
I know. I am, though. But, you know, they're saying, well, you know, somebody wants to take this baby, let them take the baby. At least let them raise the baby. Let them have the baby. And they've come to realize that they are human beings, and it's not like they're raising these children in the wild. So they're raising the children with love.
So do you think that because a gay couple is raising a child, that child is going to be gay?
No. So, like,
this
you're going to make me answer that question, aren't you? Yeah. Are you born gay? Is that the question you want to make me answer?
No, that's next, though. That's the next. No, because let's put like this.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Let's say Tom and George decided to adopt a son.
Tom and George?
Tom and George.
Are they a white couple?
One's white. No, one's white and one is Arabic.
Oh, Arabic. I didn't know Arabics had gays. I guess they do.
We all over the world.
I believe it. Okay.
We are all over the world. And they decided they want to adopt a son.
Mm-hmm. Tom and George,
decided
white and Arab, want to adopt a son. What color is the son?
The son is black.
Okay. Now, I said all of that to say, all them colors, do you think that matters?
It doesn't.
Do the colors matter any more than the nationality, gender?
It just does not.
Okay, none of it matters. I agree. Can we keep going?
Because children initially do not see color. They see people.
So. I think so.
You understand? So the baby, let's give him 5. The age of 5. Mm-hmm. So we don't know how this child was born, but we know that Tom and George is getting ready to raise this child. Mm-hmm. Do you think that because the child is being brought up in a family where both parents are homosexuals, that he would evidently be a homosexual?
No.
That is still a matter of choice.
I don't even know if it's a matter of choice. He could end up being gay if he happens to be gay. But he might not be gay. And, you know, all of that, again, is relevant to who?
Him and his family.
Right, him and his significant other. So, I don't know. I don't think that it is. I don't think it is.
And again, that's their business.
Right.
That's their
business. The only thing that I think it might have an influence on is how open-minded and or receptive he is about the gay culture.
Right.
And I think that it could also have an impact on how he feels about heterosexual culture, because just like we have bias in heterosexual culture, there's bias in homosexual culture.
Of course.
I mean, ignorance comes in every, in every race, creed, gender, everywhere. So that's not to say just because they're being raised by a homosexual couple that they're being raised in full peace, harmony, love, whatever.
Right.
They could have some other issues.
It is not always fun and peaceful over the rainbow. I have to add that. It is not always fun, peaceful, and beautiful, and skippity-doo that and Skittles over the rainbow.
Skittles,
taste the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. And it tastes good.
No, this is the Mama Lisa. We're not going to be tasting rainbow. Thank you. Okay, question number 4. Bring it.
You already did number 4.
Oh, I did? We did 2 and 5.
We did 2 and 4. Number 5.
Number 5.
Okay.
Take 5.
This one is completely off of the subject that we was just talking about. Do you believe that the government made the AIDS virus so that a particular race can commit their own sort of genocide?
I've heard that theory, and it's an interesting one, but I don't think that I share it because it's not controlled enough. I think that if it were a government-imposed viral epidemic, that there would have been more controls and there would have been an antidote. so that they could have given that to somebody. You're welcome to come on in and bring it.
In order to talk, you have to be
You have to
before
be
your
on
camera.
camera. We have another opinion, so we have to get it in. Okay, go ahead.
But you have people who did have AIDS or the HIV virus, such as Magic Johnson, who no longer have it anymore.
Prayer and
You have-
supplication.
It's who?
Prayer and supplication.
It's called money.
Well, that's not what he said.